time for the Hello, Mr. President segment of the show, a segment that focuses solely on issues you are experiencing within your communities, problems policymakers have turned a blind eye to, a segment that gives you the power to show the country and the world about issues that are stifling your personal development. Now, if you have not yet sent us videos, just take out your phone. It doesn't matter the quality of images you have. Take out your phone and record an up to 1 minute video. Send that video to us via the email hellomrpresidenttv@gmail.com. You can also WhatsApp it to us via the WhatsApp line 0550-585832. And every Wednesday at exactly this time, we'll play it for the entire nation and the world to see how we are continuing to fail you. Now, if you don't have a camera or a phone camera, don't worry. You can text your problems to us, the same email, hellomrpresidenttv@gmail.com, or that WhatsApp line 0550-585832. Now, last week we covered a story that had to do with sanitation issues in the Zabzugu district in the northern region, as well as road problems that are making it difficult for women, men, children to get from one place to the next. We'll take a look at that story that we received and then speak to the DCE of that area.
President, we want to present our problems to you to see how best we can help us solve it. I'll start with my electoral area first. In my electoral area, we have about 2 toilet facilities, and all these facilities are not in a good shape. People are not happy to see those toilet facilities. Let me just take you through to see how one of the toilet facilities looks like. People are using this toilet facility and it is not all that good. And because of that, people resort to free themselves openly, open defecation, which is not good to our health. So, Mr. President, can you do something to help Langelo community in Zabzugu? In Zabzugu district as a whole, we have roads problem. The road linking Yendi to Tatali is under this vulnerable state, which needs an urgent attention. So we are appealing to the President to help solve that problem. Not forgetting the route from Zabzugu to Nakpale, even though the contractor is on site, but governments should act so that the contractor will do his best. If you are going to Nakpale, there's a person called Takpani. It's very bad. And if you move there to a place called Aldu, that place too is very bad. So we are appealing to the President of Ghana to help the people of Zabzugu district to get a very nice and motorable route.
So that was the video that we received last week. The young man there's the assemblyman of the area. He's so tired of engaging stakeholders, policymakers about this toilet issue. And last week, we actually showed you guys what it looked like inside. Some of you were traumatized by it and said that it's too early to show you this, but this is the reality of thousands of Ghanaians in that area. Every morning, they have to go through this process that dehumanizes them just to answer to nature's call. I do have with me the DCE of the area, Ahmed Idrisu. He's on the line. Good morning, Mr. Idrisu.
Good morning, madam.
Thank you so much for being with us.
It's my pleasure to speak with you this morning.
Good. Now, one of the people in your area sent us this video walking us through how they have to answer to nature's call every morning. And I must say that it saddened me that in 2020 Ghana, Ghanaians have to use this facility. What do you have to say about it?
Thank you, Mr. Adifa. It's been glad speaking with you as far as this sanitation issue is concerned. Really, when I took over 2017, you are aware that currently we have SDGs that we're trying to actually attain by 2030. Glad to say that, or state emphatically, that our president is a co-chair. For that matter, anything that has to do with achieving these SDGs, every MMDC will struggle hard in order to achieve it. What is happening now, and almost everywhere, is that we gradually shifting from public toilet construction to household latrine construction. Many a times we meet and then all the assembly members will be around. We tell them this is what we are shifting gradually. It is not just a day that we've just woken up to ask everybody that abandon your public toilet and then now restrict to your own construction in the household. It's not like that. We continuously inform the people. My environmental and sanitation unit of the assembly will continuously inform the people. As a result of that, we've been able to train about 30 artisans to construct household latrines. This was done, let me make it clear, under the assistance of UNICEF. In the Zabzugu district specifically, our ODS, open defecation free, stood at 25 communities out of 183. Through our ingenuity and our investment into educating the people and assisting them to put up household latrines, we have moved from that number currently to 105.
So, Mr. Idrisu, are you saying 105 household toilets?
Out of 26 districts, Zabzugu was placed fourth. Just to tell you that sanitation requirement is being leapfrogged from the ABs up to that level. With the toilet that they have showcased to the entire globe, not only the Ghana per se, has been a place where my technicians, my environmental and health units advise that that place should be closed down.
Okay.
It is so much hazardous to be used in the sense that all the blocks used to construct these toilets are weakened. Hence, there is no need to invest money into it in order to renovate it.
Okay, so Mr. Idrisu, I just want to make sure that I'm getting you clearly. Do you hear me?
From the usage.
Okay, do you hear me, Mr. Idrisu?
Even in the rainy season, it is so difficult to demolish it absolutely.
Okay.
But before that information was told, the people of the area, they had been fed with the information and introduced to these artisans.
Okay.
The artisans can construct household latrines, starting from 100 Ghana cedis, 150, 200, up to 300. As I speak, differ. The number of households within Zabzugu town have been able to construct this household latrines within their own houses.
Okay, Mr. Idrisu, I now need you to bear with me. How many household toilets have you said that you've been able to construct since 2017?
Pardon me?
How many household toilets have you been able to construct with partnering with UNICEF?
So that is what I am talking about.
Just the number. Yes,
so
the number of household toilets within Zabzugu. Yes.
There are 105.
105
communities.
Okay.
So
please, bear with me, because when we got the video from the young man in your area, Mr. Idrisu,
been constructed with this particular household.
And we're happy about that, but you need to answer my question of over 2,000 people living within this community. If you're saying you provided just a little over 100 household toilets, what happens to the rest of the people? If we are even saying 10 people per household, that still leaves us 1,000 people with nowhere to go to answer to nature's call. What option have you provided for those people within that constituency?
Gifa, hear me clearly. I'm not talking about 100 people have been provided.
Yes, I heard you clearly. 100 households.
In a community, you can have about 50. You can have about 50 houses. So if a community is declared as open defecation free, it tells you that within that community, about 40, 50 to 60 houses have had household latrine.
Okay, now I need you to also try to hear me clearly. Did you say 100 communities or 100 households? Mr. Idrisu, please, for the benefit of our viewers, we just need clarity. Was it 100 communities or 100 households? And how many people maximum make up a household within Zabzugu? Because your people are watching us and they will send us messages to confirm the number that you give us.
I am talking about the communities that we have within Zabzugu district. 138 communities. Zabzugu is not exclusive. And Zabzugu, entire Zabzugu capital, the town has also been split into communities.
Okay.
So put all this together that we have 138 communities. And
yes.
I'm telling you that out of these 138 communities, we have 105 communities. Basically, 32 communities are still will be declared as open defecation communities, which is not good.
How many households have you served? Because you started out with that variable. You started out with the household variable.
In addition to that,
yes, but can you just answer the household question?
83. Giving you loose.
Mr. Idrisu.
To enable them contract for themselves.
Yes. But you do agree with me that majority of the people within your community perhaps fall below the poverty line. So even that 100 and 200 Ghana cedis may be difficult for them to come up with. No?
Yes.
So is there an alternative place for them to answer to nature's call? Because clearly this seems to be the best option for them if they can't afford the household toilets that you, in partnership with UNICEF, have been trying to provide them.
One, there is every conscious effort for all of us to shift from that paradigm into actually doing our best for assembly to accept. Let me indicate and place on record that assembly cannot, every year you prepare your budget to go around and say every household, this is how much we are given for you in order to construct this particular household toilet. Assembly cannot do that. What assembly does now, as we see, is that we build toilets at lorry stations, public places, hospitals, and then schools.
Okay.
I can tell you straight on record that the number of toilets that we have built in collaboration with these NGOs is overwhelming.
Over 100, right?
Where we call the London electoral area, it is closer to the new map, where we are putting up a toilet with water. That anybody goes there, you can do whatever you want and you have water to water. Remember, it is water and sanitation.
Yes.
It's only unfortunate that it's not yet accomplished. It is a mechanized one. At the Zabzugu electoral area, same toilet is being constructed. At Tupalgu, same toilet is being constructed.
So from your analysis, Mr. Idrisu, for the sake of time, for your analysis,
the superstructure. It is now left for us to place the necessary gadgets that will enable us to have a mechanized toilet.
When would you be able to complete this project, please? Mr. Idrisu, when would you be able to complete this project?
Allowing people to go through hazardous conditions or hygienic conditions.
Okay.
No.
When will you be able to complete this project, please? Do you hear me?
The assembly members, this is what we now want to get before even 2030. And that one will have been very instructive for you.
Okay.
To know that Zabzugu Assembly is not an assembly that is not paying attention to affording sanitation to each citizenry in the assembly.
There's no doubt that you've made some progress, but clearly hundreds of your people still use this toilet that we showed our viewers earlier. Mr. Idrisu, you've made progress. You've provided over 100 toilets to some households, but that's clearly not enough for the over 2,000 people who live within your community. So what is next? How do we ensure that they have a better alternative to the place they currently visit to answer to nature's call, so we can finally put an end to the open defecation option that they've been using?
Right. What we need the citizens to be aware is that for Assembly to prepare budgets and provide toilets, public toilets, to areas currently we're drifting away cleverly or steadily, in order for us to now educate the people and increase their awareness on having a toilet for themselves.
Okay.
You have asked the question, those who cannot afford.
Yes, what's the alternative available for them?
We need the people to actually accept wholeheartedly the need for rest, because even within the assembly itself, every year, we go around and have our own different tables. If an area is found at the bottom, we speak to them. They now employ this particular artisan that we train.
Okay.
25 artisans have been trained. For only the
Are there specialized
around the communities outside?
Yes.
So whatever we are saying, it is an answer to anybody seeing this within town. But the fact still remains. Let us arise. Let us move away from allowing Assembly to control. Yes.
Is there an option for those people in your communities who can't afford the household toilets, Mr. Idrisu?
Educating the people to get their own household like
Yes. Is there an option available for people who cannot afford the household toilets? What do they do?
The options are there. When you say who cannot afford, reason that I say that it is something that is already constructed. What is left is for my environmental health unit to come and do the construction and place the Zigilu there. They have no pressure. We do it gratis.
Okay.
A penny for them to pay.
So when will this construction be completed?
By Community Water and Sanitation Agency to assist those who cannot afford to construct this. That's what I'm telling that. We have so far distributed them 283. It's not as though those who cannot provide will leave them to their fate. Never. As a duty bearer, you will not allow this.
So what do they do? Because they are still using this toilet that we're looking at.
Then they go and construct for them.
Okay.
So it's not that we don't have any alternative.
Okay.
In order to solve the problem for those who cannot afford to construct this thing. Those that we have assembled, we have done our data, and we have realized that communities where the household cannot afford to get money in order to construct for themselves, let us give them this dignity for them to be constructed.
Perfect. So we're going to move on to the next topic, but just share a number with us for the people in your community to contact.
And we continue to still look up and collect data.
Okay.
Those who can still not afford.
Okay.
Them
Thank you, Mr. Idrisu. Quickly, please share a number with us for the people in your community to contact if they cannot afford it, so that they can still get access to a more dignified household toilet, so that they can answer to nature's call. What's that number that they can call?
I believe the DC is just like MTN number. All my doors are open to all the citizens.
Okay, so what's the number?
As I speak,
because the assemblyman said he's been trying so hard to reach you, but he was not able to reach you.
Any any other person who cannot afford this thing.
Okay, so let's move on now to the roads in your community, because it seems as though people are not being able to be productive within your community. So we'll take a look at the roads as well. Mr. Idrisu.
Before we now draw our composite budget.
Thank you for being with us. So we're looking at the state of your roads right now on TV. The nation is watching, the world is watching. Last week we were informed that people can't even get to the markets. Women trying to sell in the markets can't go because their cars will break down. There's a truck that our viewers are looking at that has broken down. No one knows how long these people have to be there until they get the help that they need. Why are your roads still in the state that they are in?
In the first place, let me indicate that the roads that we have here, I suppose they've been here with us since our independence. The previous government will come and go. Every year, that routine graveling or routine grading of it will be done. But it is instructive for me to point out that we are all aware as Ghanaians that His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana declared this year as a year of road.
Which makes it very sad that the people of your district have to live on this road.
The road that we are seeing in that is the road from Yendi to Zabzugu. That road on June for Ghanaian Times, June 9, Ghanaian Times, has been advertised and is being broken into 4 lots. Tatali border, we share this with Tatali, and Tatali is a border. Tatali border to Zabzugu is a lot. Zabzugu to Yendi is a lot. Yendi to Kwejini is a lot, and then Kwejini to Tamale is a lot. It's a World Bank sponsorship road to be constructed. That has been advertised. I believe, it is my conviction, by now, I suppose this thing could have been even awarded. It's going to be done in such a way that it is going to be tied, so that whatever we have seen inside here will not repeat such a thing.
Okay.
But it's not only the road, because we are agrarian community. Zabzugu, the best yam gifa you eat in Accra, they come from Zabzugu side, from the Nanumba district. So it is not proper. If the roads are not good for this yam to be brought to Accra, for you people to select the tono and all those things. Hence, His Excellency, upon having been spoken to, and when we were doing the 2016, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, came to Nepali and saw the road.
Mr. Idrisu,
there are contractors on the road from Zabzugu up to Nepali.
Mr. Idrisu, please bear with me. Yes.
So it is not as though
I have to get this question out, so you answer it for me, okay?
Abandoned roads.
Yes.
Never. That is not the case.
Okay.
And these are our only 2 highway roads.
Okay.
And these 2 highway roads, plans are advanced. One is already awarded.
Mr. Idrisu, we are all watching the roads you are talking about. You just admitted to us. Please let me just get this question out. You just admitted to us.
It is a Yendi road, and that Yendi road too is.
Okay, I want you to conclude so that I can ask you my question.
Those who have won the bid.
Okay, thank you very much. We're looking at the roads here. You just told us that most of your people they farm yams, some of the best yams in the country. This problem has been there since the early days of independence. You've been in your office since 2017. You know the problems more than anybody else. How do you feel seeing that your people may not even make much of the sales of yam because it takes them forever to get to the market due to the nature of their roads? And the president is saying this is the year of roads. Aren't you a bit disappointed that you've not seen any progress and we are already in October? Doesn't this go beyond just, some delay in contract issues?
Not in the least disappointment at all. I am not disappointed.
Are your people disappointed? Maybe you are not disappointed, but are they disappointed?
And out of the Northern Development Authority, we have awarded a road from Sabari to Sabari Tundang. It's been done and gravel. From Sabali to Sabali Jegudo, it's been done in gravel. From Gokugani to Dababani to Wotane back to Mid Nepal Road is like an arc.
But now we're looking at Zabzugu, home of over 2,000 Ghanaians.
That means you have not done anything. How can they bring the young onto the road? So development is in stages.
Okay.
We start progressively. It is not as though when we came to power system, then I just go tell the president, start doing our road. You need to prioritize. You need to prioritize, and out of the prioritization, road is germane as agriculture improvement is germane. And you are aware, differ, what planting for food and jobs has done for Ghanaians. I may even say, not even me, I can say with authority, due to the bumper harvest that we have had in Ghana, this year, the number of articulated trucks that drive this road, exporting
and we see some of these articulated trucks breaking down, Mr. Idrisu. So just wrap up for us for the sake of time.
Yeah.
Your people are listening, they are watching, they are saddened because this is a human rights issue. People should be able to make a living wherever they are in this country. If Ghanaians sadly find themselves in Zabzugu, they have to deal with toilet problems if they can't afford to have toilets in their homes. And God forbid they need to go to the market to make a living, or their children have to go to school, or their men have to go to work. They have to deal with the possibility of being stranded because of these bad roads. What's the way forward?
One, I would tell my constituents that this is not the period for us to throw our hands in despair. Something is being done currently to change our destiny. A destiny that Zabzugu to Yendi Road, when it is done that you can even use 20 minutes. Before you move from Zabzugu to Yendi, it may even take you close to an hour.
So when will this destiny come to life, Mr. Idrisu?
I am assuring the citizenry, I am assuring my constituents that the passionate and the compassionate and the visionary leaders, that is His Excellency Nana Addo.
Do you have a date for us?
Has begun something.
Okay.
And that thing is that it is not going to change our way of living within the Zabzugu Assembly.
Okay.
Because these roads, when they are done, the only highway roads that are done, and the feeder roads out there are repeatedly done, I believe.
Okay. Do you have an idea of timelines that you could possibly share with us?
Quality roads are broken down, will now become the thing of the past.
Thank you very much, Mr. Idrisu.
Because he promised us Richland High School, he has delivered. He promised us agri employment.
Mr. Idrisu, do you have a date for us? Your people want to know if you have a date for them so they can begin to see some progress.
Job opportunities he has delivered.
Yes.
So it is assurance to all my constituents that this road will also come to
Finally, do you have a date that you can share with them?
For our economic
Mr. Idrisu, do you have a date you can share with them?
Pardon me?
Do you have a date you can share with them so they can actually see their destinies manifested?
I will revert you back to whatever I indicated that development is a progress.
Thank you very much for being with us.
To tell them that, but I believe when 4 years from Nana is done.
Thank you very much. Enjoy and thank you very much for being with us. And we hope that your people will get the roads that they deserve to be able to move from point A to point B, because it's really sad that in this 21st century Ghana, women can't go to market because of the nature of their roads. Children may not be able to get to school on time. Men can't get to work. But if you're experiencing any issues in your community and you want to draw the attention to policymakers to it, you know what to do. Just take out your phone and record an up to 1 minute video. Send that video to us via the email hello mrpresidenttv@gmail.com. And every Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. we will show it on Breakfast Daily for you. You can also WhatsApp it to us at 0550-585832. You can also text it to us, the same email, hello mrpresidenttv@gmail.com, and that WhatsApp line 0550-585832. It's about time that we actively participated in our own development, and it starts by holding our policymakers accountable. Hi there, we hope you enjoyed the show.
Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share with your friends.
This is Breakfast Daily on Citi TV.
Join the Breakfast Daily team Monday through Fridays from 7:30 a.m. to 10. Join us for breakfast daily, only on Citi TV.